Hello everybody, welcome back for some more Ratchet and Clank 3 Up Your Arsenal. Today we're going to do VidComic stuff, because of course, that's what we have to do for main progress. So, hippie, yippee. That's the wrong one, that's 3. God damn it. Which I don't think I even have the skill points for these ones anyway. No. I put in the wrong one. I wonder how much, in terms of Ratchet and Clank universe, how much would a VidComic actually cost? Wait, I haven't beaten 3 yet. What? Well, do we actually have to... Oh, fuck me. Do we have to actually finish? I think we have to finish these. Well, alright, let's do 3 and then 4. Oh, no, the cutscene's gone. Can I restart level and try that? No. Well, how do I watch the cutscene for it? My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't think it would... I thought we already did this one. I honestly did. You know, it's funny, whenever I'm doing like 2D side-scroll things, I always try doing D-pad for them. Like I have it. You don't need to. I mean, you can still use analog stick just fine. Also, I think you can destroy these. Maybe not. Maybe not the way I thought you could. Halt. Oh yeah, they did say halt. Yeah, my main thing right now is getting my hands on just the bolt. Like, I want to get like all 100 tokens or whatever it was. Shit, fuck, dude. Also, I'm about to gross some people out with this, but I actually had some Arby's again today. Yeah, it's been a while since I've had Arby's. And honestly, it wasn't that bad. One thing I can definitely recommend, though, is if you're like me, you don't really like eating all that much food. Which is funny, because I don't mind getting like a big old roast beef sandwich. I got like the usual, you know, just cheese roast beef sandwich, but double. Because I actually like that one, but I don't like eating the curly fries all that much. I'm not a big fan of too many curly fries, so I usually try to say, like, you know, please no large curly fries. I want my large drink, but I don't want no large ass curly fries, because those things, I don't like them. I don't like them as much. They kill me. Okay, why? I don't know why he couldn't just die to this shit, but all right. Yeah, I don't know why those things didn't kill him, but yeah, that might gross some people out, because I know some people just do not like Arby's, and I get it. You know, I totally get it. It's the same thing with really anywhere, honestly. There's places I think that are kind of just dog shit too, or at the very least relatively mid. I think I'm probably missing a token. Well, I am now. I know that. Well, now I got a wall. Okay. And that's end of the level. Okay, cool. Now watch the cutscene. Granted, I could probably go to like a scene player. There's probably a scene player somewhere in this game that I can do. And I didn't beat the game. I didn't beat the level fast enough, so I didn't get the skill point for it, I don't think. It's probably, what, 2 minutes maybe? Something like that, probably. Who knows?
It's over, Nefarious.
Never! I am the greatest genius the galaxy has ever known. You're no match for the likes of me.
That's rich. I used to beat up geeks like you in high school. I'll bet your prom date came in a box that said batteries not included.
Cork honestly probably was a bully in high school. Like, there's no doubt about it.
No, of course.
He's definitely the washed-up bully type.
Ninth grade biology class.
I always hated biology.
That's right. You were that freak with the headgear. Remember how I used to clean the chalkboard with your pants while you were still wearing them? Oh, good times.
You were 3 times my size, you stupid hoe.
I was always big for my age.
You were 26.
How about a wedgie for old time's sake? I think it's safe to say we've seen the last of Dr. Nefarious.
Yeah, he...
Time to celebrate another
Cork pretty much just pulled a fucking Batman Joker situation, like, deliberately, actually did. throw him to a bed of acid and turn him into Joker. Oops. Alright, so that one's over with. And just in case... Yeah, there's Quark stuff. Okay. Let me see here. No. Mission idiotic? No. Maybe it might not be... Well, here's this one. Hold on.
Episode 3.
Yeah, this is 3. Okay. I was trying to make sure, but here you go. We're going to watch it out of order, but still. You guys can get the context this way. At least we can still watch them. Of course, no subtitles, so I'm talking over it, but you probably can't hear very well. But you can get the idea what's going on.
Slipped into the laboratory completely undetected.
Somebody ordered pizza?
So that's where the Nurse Shannon thing technically probably came from, right?
But unbeknownst to our hero, his every move was being watched.
The famous Captain Quark couldn't possibly be this stupid. Could he?
The Ferris was kind of short, wasn't he?
Imbeciles can achieve success in certain
Like,
fields.
I don't know. I'm so used to him being taller.
For example,
He really was short. Damn.
Let him come to us. I'll have a special surprise waiting for him.
I wonder how exciting living in a universe like the Ratchet and Clank universe would be. Because obviously they have a way to play like video games and shit, but to be fair, like a lot of these video games are, well, you know, for right now, at least with Quark, it's just 2D side-scrollers. But I wonder if they actually have full-on games. Well, granted, there is a Ratchet and Clank game that they play in like Ratchet 2's opening.
for some well-earned R&R.
Oh, Len, it's time you knew the truth. The baby isn't yours.
This reminds me of Crimson Chin episode where when Crimson Chin's all washed up.
Your evil twin brother, Engelbert.
But Janice, I am Engelbert. Ooh, must be that pizza I ordered.
Oh man, pizza sounds good.
Helga, what are you doing here?
Getting you off your lazy butt. You have plumped up like a giant green broadburst. It is time for the fitness course.
Oh, all right.
Meanwhile, on a rooftop high up
Honestly, I mean,
the streets of Metropolis,
it's weird. Helga's complete change from Ratchet 1 is pretty insane.
Bring me the head of Captain Quark.
Where she's clearly more of a actual support, you know, good person support, rather than just making you pay for a fucking slingshot like she did in Ratchet Clank 1. Alright, so this level is, of course, as you can tell, basically just the Ratchet Clank 1 fitness course that you do in Ratchet 1. I don't know why I keep repeating the same thing, but yes, it pretty much is the same thing as it was back then. I don't think you need to jump on top of that. Well, I'm dead. Okay, thanks, game. But it don't matter. Of course, you know what? Hold on. Let me try this. Yeah, I'll have to get the tokens again, but I don't like the fact of me dying. I want to try to get maybe the skill point if I can. If I'm lucky enough to be able to do it. But I think after this recording session, I probably won't do like too much more recording tonight. Maybe. But, yeah, we're not going to get that skill point if I'm just digging around like this. Okay, I'm about to fucking die if I'm not careful. I want that damn token, thank you. Yeah, fuck the skill point for now. But I might go out and get me some snacks after this. And maybe not record more. It is currently like 11:30 at night. On Thursday night. And I have, again, a car appointment at like 1 tomorrow. Hold on. Anything down here at all? So, I won't have much time to do all that much crazy stuff, unfortunately. And again, I'll have to probably wait like a couple hours for that damn thing to get done. I could always have somebody pick me up while it's being worked on, but I don't want to bother people and make them, you know, deal with my shit. I actually kind of like the song for this one. I used to really like the quirk levels back in the day. Now it's just kind of like, I'm just doing them. I'm basically doing them just to finish them at this point. I'm not really playing them for the fun aspect. But they are unironically quite fun. And if I was living in the Ratchet Clank universe, I probably would have bought these too. To be fair. But yeah, I was going to say, like, I could still stay up and just stay up later and technically, you know, do more recordings. If I wanted to. But if I did do recording, it'd probably be, at this point, Infamous. Because again, like I said before, I was, you know, if I'm recording on PS3, I might as well just do PS3 stuff, right? While I got the chance. So I think that's a pretty smart thing to do. Also, by the way, all because I'm doing Infamous, that does not mean I'll probably do Prototype in the future. I don't want to do it. Like, I like Prototype 2. You know, I think Prototype 2 is much, much better than Prototype 1, in my opinion. But, fuck, I hate... And I mean, I hate that final boss of Prototype 1. I hate that final boss. I mainly bring up Prototype because that was the thing that kind of... That came out around the same time as Infamous did. Like, around the same time. Oh, yeah, by the way, you can do this. You can, like, jump off and shoot them that way. And there was always, like, that sort of debate of Prototype versus Infamous in terms of powers. And, yeah, Prototype has some really cool powers. But when I was growing up, I always I always preferred the Infamous powers, mainly because I just like Infamous better. Which, I've told the story before, but I can tell it again, which, technically, I probably should actually tell it on Infamous itself, but I'll tell it here anyway. My technical ex-uncle... Yeah, I thought about to say my ex, huh? I don't have one. My ex-uncle, who is no longer, of course, married to my aunt, he had played both Infamous and Prototype. And I remember, like, I think he was playing Prototype. I saw him playing Prototype, I think. And I was like, oh, you're playing this. That's pretty cool. I always wanted to play this. And he's like, yeah, it's a pretty cool game. And I was like, oh, have you played Infamous? Because, you know, again, at the time, like, that was a thing, right? There was the debate between the two. And to this day, it still kind of, well, it doesn't like piss me off, but man, it made me really mad as a kid. And I still remember it to this day. He basically said that he doesn't like Infamous because you can't use guns. And I remember when I was young, that really made me really upset. It felt like I was kind of, I wouldn't say mocked, but more so, like, my opinion of, like, liking Infamous better was just kind of shit. Oh yeah, by the way, you have to lure Nefarious into that. So if you're trying to get, like, the whole time skill point thing, you gotta use, you know, these things to your advantage here. There you go, he's dead. Or not. Now he's dead. But yeah, like, the whole thing is, like, even the game itself explained why, which, to be fair, I get it. Like, even if a game tells you why it's doing it, oh, well, that doesn't just automatically make it work. That doesn't automatically make it good, you know? I get that part of it, but holy shit, that's such a silly reason for it. Because back then, you know, guns and games were, like, the big thing. But the thing is, like, yeah, you can't use guns, but you have all these fucking cool-ass powers where you shoot shit. You shoot grenades. You shoot shockwaves. You shoot lightning out of your fucking hands. You don't need guns for that. And besides, guns will blow up in Cole's hands anyway. He can't drive cars either, which, again, you know, this is... around the time when, like, GTA was a thing. Still kind of a bit of a thing. I think GTA 4 came out around that time. But yeah, it's one of those things that sucks. Which, speaking of, like, games having guns versus not having guns, like the whole Spyro jumping to Ratchet because Spyro didn't have thumbs, that's fine. That makes sense. Like, I get it.
Aren't you gonna unlock Quark's secret costumes? Here, I'll use the cheat codes. Let's see. Up, up, down, down, left, right, circle, square, square. Even a tutu.
Metropolis. That's where.
Actually, you
Nefarious
probably
started
can do that.
first. Are you sure? It makes perfect sense. Nefarious tried to destroy Metropolis years ago, but Quark stopped him. Nefarious swore he'd come back and finish the job someday. Now that he has a secret weapon, he's ready to make his move.
Are we doing the terraformer shit now? Well, I mean, well, yeah, Skip McMark's already got terraformed, but are we going to that? Oh, fuck, we are. Ugh. I'm gonna try something real quick. I'm curious. I'm actually curious now. I know it's circle, square, square, right? Okay, maybe not. Let me try again. Up, up, down, down, left, right, circle, square, square. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know. It would have been cool if you could do it. Maybe it's only in Volume 4. I have no idea. That'd be neat. You probably can. But anyway, yeah, like, the whole Infamous thing, you know, that sucks. Man, that really sucks. Especially when you're, I would say, like, junior high age, you know, and you think all these games are kind of cool. Like, you have, like, a certain twinkle in your eye about games still. You know, you think of, like, DMC4, you're like, oh, that's cool. Splatterhouse, like, that's cool. God of War 3 just came out, that's cool. Arkham Asylum, Uncharted 2, Infamous, Prototype, all that shit.
You sure everything's okay, Clank? Maybe Al should take a look at your circuitry.
Okay, sorry about all the flashing lights there.
Creation, Clank. I call him Clunk. Your dopey friend seems to be quite fond of him. Say, maybe they'll change your show to Secret Agent Clunk.
Actually, I think Clunk comes back. Yeah, he comes back in Secret Agent Clank, the game.
You put the wit in Twix.
Yes, I do, don't I? Today, you will witness the dawning of a new era. For years, I plotted in secret, suffering endless disappointments.
What if I did a Let's Play of FNAF?
It will all be worthwhile.
I don't know why that came up.
Never succeed. Ratchet will put an end to your madness.
The only ending in Ratchet's future is the end of his own
Hold on.
life.
Did Nefarious just predict the future saga?
Front row seat.
Also, fuck All For One. Anyway, yeah, Metropolis has the same music as it did back in the original game too, which is so fucking cool. Guys, I love Ratchet 1. I really do. I believe I mentioned this somewhere, maybe on the Ratchet series, I don't know, but I had thought, like, what if I do a whole thing where if I'm repeating myself here, I apologize for that, but I don't remember everything I've said in every video, right? So, if I remember correctly, yeah, well, anyway, I wanted to do a thing where I would do, like, co-op of these game series, all the way up to, like, the 4th game. Maybe except for Thieves in Time for Sly. But the idea was... Let's go see. I know she's telling us what it is, but I want to go see myself. Alright, Eruptor now. Has wider blast radius and simultaneously launches spread of energy missiles with each shot. And they just flat out tell you right there. Okay, cool. Don't know why I bother looking, but, yeah, you know... But anyway, so it was going to be, you know, me doing Ratchet with my friend, me doing Jack with my brother, the main brother on the channel, and then doing Sly with my other brother, which, to be fair, I mean, I don't think he really cares much for Sly in the first place. I don't think most people in my group of friends really give a shit. So it's like, it'd just be a fun thing to kind of do. What would my sister do? Who the fuck knows? Who cares? Also, this is for the Insomniac Museum later. I think you have to collect everything. But yeah, it'd be like a fun idea. Like, we'd go through all the Ratchets with one person. I'd go through all the Jacks with another person. You know, that'd be kind of neat. We'll probably skip cutscenes, most likely, but still. Except for Jack 1, which has unskippable cutscenes, so thanks for that, game. At least, well, Sly also is filled with just unskippable cutscenes, because, I mean, in all fairness, yeah, that's Sly. It's gonna have that. By the way, there is a trophy somewhere around, and I think it's outside, like one of these windows. Not this one in particular, but I think it's one further down. But anyway, yeah, that was the idea, and I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think it. Well, okay, my brother would be down to do all the Jacks. He would love to go. He would love to do Jack 1 all the way through Jack X, which is what we would do. My other brother, like, yeah, we could do Sly together, but I don't know if he's gonna really want to come over for Let's Plays much anymore. I don't know if he feels like he can or if he will. I don't know. Like, we haven't done Let's Play stuff together in a while. So I just kind of assume that he probably doesn't really have the time or he wants to. I don't know. It could also just be like a me. Like, you'd also consider it like a me thing too. Like, I don't really want to bother him when he's got family to take care of, right? Just feels weird if I took him away from that. I don't know. Here's the trophy. And is it Courtney Gears, I guess? Or is that Scrunch? That's what it is. Now, the big issue, which you could say, like, oh, well, you can get him to do it just fine. He can suck it up. Like, I know, but I don't know. I feel like my friend wouldn't really like doing Ratchet. I think I'm the main one that actually likes Ratchet 1. I don't think he probably cares about Ratchet 1. And what's kind of sad is, like, I feel like a lot of people feel the same way. Hell, I don't really like Ratchet 2, but a lot of people like Ratchet 2. I have my issues with Ratchet 2. I don't think it's completely terrible. I just have certain levels, like the halfway point, where I'm just like, I'm done. At least Ratchet 3 is relatively pretty good.
Oh, dear, that was your audition for Galactic Idol, wasn't it? My mistake, sir. Dreadfully sorry. By all means, sir. Carry on.
Yeah, the PS3 HD version kind of fucks up with the eyes. Sorry about that. Oh, here it comes. Damn, he instantly transformed. Shit. And I don't think he probably felt that one, or cares. Alright, so this is the Rift Inducer, right? I think it's called. Which, yeah, it's being taken up. Yeah, things are taking up spots here. So I should probably do something about that. Although I don't want to switch out weapons too much, because I don't want to accidentally fuck up my slots. And I'm dead. Okay, cool. But yeah, the thing is, I don't feel like most people would really want to play Ratchet 1 with me. I think that's a game that no one really wants to touch. That I would be like the only one that wants to play it. Again, you know, he could always say like, yeah, I'll do it, but I feel like there's no enthusiasm with that, you know. I genuinely love Ratchet 1. And I guess you could say, like, you could always just show him the power of it. You could show him why you like it. That's fair. Now, the funny thing is, like, with Jack, like, my brother, you know, he likes all of them. Like, there's not a... I mean, he might not like Jack 2 as much, but then again, like, I started liking Jack 2 a lot more now, so I could probably convince him to like it as well, which I think he does like it enough, but I don't know how much he does like it. What I mean to say. I might as well take them out now. I got the chance. Actually, good fucking idea. Because fuck these guys. Sorry, my sensitivity is really high. Yeah, Ratchet 1 doesn't get love, and that sucks. Which is weird, because I like Ratchet 1, but I don't like 2 as much. And then, there's also, like, TOD. I don't really care much for TOD either. I used to love Tools of Destruction. That was like my all-time thing for a while. I was like, oh, this is like the best. And then fucking Crack in Time comes out in like 2011. And it's like, okay, well, there goes that whole thing. Yeah, there goes that whole thing with liking this game as much. And then it slowly dropped. Okay, scatter explosive mines I can roll and home in on enemies now, too. Very nice. Don't worry, I'll go get that in a sec. Kind of like how the sun comes through. That's a pretty neat lighting effect. Not really a lighting effect, but a cool, neat thing. Why am I not getting any Arbiter shit? Because I can't pick up anything else. I don't have any other things I can do. Also, I believe the robot versions of these guys do technically have increased health. But good thing that I did a thing I don't normally do. And I bought armor before we came here. Because I usually die in like 2 hits. Yeah, I wonder why that is. I think there might actually be something back here. There is! How quaint. I like how sometimes you could just run into a bolt without having to watch the whole cutscene of you doing a bolt. Yeah, so the whole, you know, Ratchet, Sly, and Jack thing might not happen for a while, all things considered. Because I do want to finish, at the very least, all of these games, and then possibly finish Ratchet Deadlocked, maybe finish Jack X on my own. And, maybe finally fucking do Thieves in Time and finish that completely. For real. Not just for a Let's Play, but just in general. I have not beaten Thieves in Time for Sly Cooper yet. But that's in the future, and I'm not making any promises, because I know people like to fucking take my words and then say that, oh, well, you said this, and that means you actually said that. Because I don't know, some people don't really get when I'm joking, and some people don't really understand when I'm not being serious. And it's kind of annoying, you know? It's kind of a bit annoying sometimes. Like right now, for example, I guess in Luigi's Mansion, I mentioned something about doing an animation for Mario and Luigi. I think my brother was the one that probably set it up. I don't know. My other brother, I mean. I don't know exactly whose idea this was, but it was like Mario and Luigi get baptized, and now he just bugs me about doing this animation. Like every time I see him, he's like, "Oh yeah, when are we gonna do that?" And I was like, I don't remember specifically saying I was gonna do it. I think I might have made the joke, like I might have made the joke of, oh, it'd be funny if we did, you know, or it'd be cool if I did it. But that don't, all because like I say that that'd be cool to do it doesn't mean I want to do it. And granted, even if I said I was gonna do it, it could have been like in a joking sense. Although, you know, granted, he's probably just joking about it too. I don't know, but sometimes you can't really tell. Sometimes it sounds like he's being dead serious, like, oh yeah, you know, you said you were gonna do it, so do it. I know, my main gripe is, you know, stuff like that, I guess, but at the same time,
and that butler guy, and they've got Clank. They're holding you prisoner. How about that? I guess I should be feeling pretty stupid right now. I don't suppose there's any chance he's the evil Clank.
That would have been actually pretty cool, though. If they made it to where, like, he was the evil one. That would have been a weird way of doing it. But, yeah, back then, people would, I would say, like, oh, I would like to do a guide, or I would like to do a Let's Play of something, and they would just bring it up nonstop. Like, I thought you said you were going to do it. But I don't think people really understand the context of maybe I want to do it. Doesn't mean that I'm going to do it. It just means I would like to do it. It would be fun if I did it. And just, you know, bitching and moaning at me all the time and telling me to do it doesn't actually make it happen any faster, by the way. It actually makes it worse sometimes. Some cases, yeah, it makes it worse. And we're out of a Clank. But at least, you know, Clunk had the ability to fly, which is actually quite nice, and Nefarious did put that in. Yeah, he went through all the trouble to give Clunk pretty much all of Clank's natural abilities. Natural born abilities. So Nefarious is not all that evil. Yeah, Clunk's fight is... I don't even know. Barely a fight, I guess. Honestly. I mean, yeah, sure, you know, he floats around, hits you with, like, missile stuff or whatever, I guess. But he don't do much. He really doesn't do much. Besides just this, and then every once in a while you change trains to get equipment back. Which I don't even know if we have to stay on that train. I don't know if that thing disappears or not. It probably does. Did I get Arbiter back? Yeah. Yes, I did. I didn't see that. Yeah, sorry. It's just a normal, everyday fight. It ain't that special. Although I probably should... I don't know if I can get any levels from this. I mean, maybe. I can try. See if that actually gets him killed. Hydra, I guess. Do some decent damage on him. Alright, one of them got level. I don't know. Maybe. Hopefully the turret. I wasn't paying attention.
Ratchet, this is all my fault.
Knock it off, Clank. Nefarious did this, and he is gonna pay for it. For Metropolis and for what he did to Quark and Skid.
Okay, come to think of it, I might not record more tonight.
Sure of that. Come on, let's get off this planet before we end up dead.
Hell, when I got home, oh my god, I was watching like an Elden Ring video, and yeah, when I got home, I laid down on the floor watching it, and I kind of passed out for a bit. I'd say I was probably, I want to say it was like a 30-minute video, and I think I was out for like about 15 minutes.
I can't believe it. That thing just turned the whole city into robots, even the Tyrannoids.
I'm getting kind of old, ladies and gentlemen. Although, to be fair, like, I did work today, so, you know, that doesn't help. And that's I wouldn't say like, super labor-intensive job, but it's one of those things where, yeah, it definitely takes it out of you. Alright, cool. So I believe, hopefully, maybe, I don't know, these might be optional things, but we're going to do them anyway. I may not be going for a complete 100% run like I used to, but at the very least, I could always just try to complete most, if not all, the missions. And fuck me, it's got to be one of these. Why is it always one of these goddamn things? I'm so tired of flying missions. Yeah, they're easy. Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, we have to destroy these, not the guys. I don't know why I was thinking that we had to do that. Yeah, flight missions are not bad necessarily. It's just we do them so often. And then a Ratchet and Clank reboot, like the rebooted one, or I guess you could say the reimagined one of it. It's like, oh man, fucking flying all the time. But the remake, or whatever you want to call it, it's actually pretty good though. I will admit, I think that's a pretty fun one. Might do a Let's Play that one in the future. Because, like, in all honesty, it has no connection really with most of these games. Outside of it just being a remake of one, you know, and I think that's a fine thing to do with Let's Play Up. If I did, if I decide to do it, I don't know. We'll see. I know we're about to die. I know I'm trying to do things. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I have a small. I mean, we're about to end this, you know, technically end it, I guess. But can I grab that? Yes, I can. Fuck yeah! I knew there was some around here somewhere. But I have a small topic to get into, and it's kind of stupid, but I want you guys to hear me out. So right now, we're in the age of the Neo Doom games, right? We're with the Doom Slayer, which, by the way, Dark Ages looks fucking good. I don't care what people are saying about it. I think the game looks good. I mean, most people are saying it looks good. Yeah, I'm usually kind of, you know, I usually back off. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, you can't really trust Western games. Can't really trust Bethesda, you know, all that. But it looks good. It looks good. And I want to say that when it comes to the Doom Neo games, I feel like there's like a small pattern that I've noticed. Where Doom... Okay, so hear me out. They're basically like reimagined games of the older games in a way. Like, of course, you know, it's Doom, right? Like, if you're making Doom, you're most likely, especially nowadays, if you're doing Doom, you're most likely making it as if it, you know, was like a reboot or whatever, typically. Which, to be fair, 2016 I think is technically a sequel, but I'm mainly talking about like the gameplay-wise and all that stuff. So let me get into this. So Doom 2016 is a pretty relatively, as far as I know, it's supposed to be technically Doom 4, but I would wager a guess and say it's also kind of like a bit of a reimagined version of Doom 1. Because like both games are, you know, like new to their own series, because like the Neo Dooms are quite new in themselves, and they do kind of like Doom 2016 feels like a bit of a reimagining of one, just a little bit, you know, inspired of Mastermind and all that being the final boss and what have you. And I would say they're both kind of revolutionary in their own way, although Doom 1 more so than, of course, 2016, but adding glory kills and all that was a great idea. And then you get to, like, Doom Eternal, and Doom Eternal is a bit more like Doom 2, where it feels more like action-packed in arenas, like arena fights and stuff, like more enemies to fight with. And, of course, you know, Doom 2 type enemies in Doom Eternal, even just design-wise of the soldiers themselves, being variants of like Doom 2 versions of them. Well, old Doom, but you know what I mean. There's still like that hint of, oh wow, we're going back to like old school Doom style here. It's pretty cool. And I like that. And then I feel like, and this is just me shitting up my ass, I'm just talking out my ass, but I get the feeling like Dark Ages has like a vibe of like Doom 64 to it. Because Doom 64's whole vibe was like horror, dark aesthetic, right? Dark, castle-y type aesthetic type thing, I guess. Give or take. I'm thinking of castle, I'm thinking like probably like one level, but I don't know. And I feel like that might be the same thing they might be going with. I'm, again, shooting kind of out my ass, but that's how I feel about it. But I am looking forward to it, though. That chainsaw shield thing. It's such a good idea. Now, getting rid of sprint, like, I'm not a big fan of, not sprint, but dashing. Because that's what made Doom Eternal really fucking cool, though, was being able to dash and just have so much speed. But it looks like it's going back to the 2016 roots of, it's still speed incarnate. Although the trailers don't look super fast, but arguably I feel like when the game comes out, it'll probably be a quick enough game. I still feel like it's going to be a fast-ish paced game. It just looks kind of not up to par just yet. We still have a little bit of time left before the game, you know, comes out. It's just insane that the game is going to come out, though. Which that most likely will probably end up being a day one buy. I usually don't do that, especially for Western titles, guys. I don't do that for Western titles very often. Or at least I try not to, because I don't trust, you know, day one shit. There's always day one patches. I mean, that's going to be for everything. Western or not, that's going to happen, I know. But I'm just worried about, like, games being broken day one completely and then just being movie games all the time. That's just the main thing with that. Because I like my games to be able to play like fucking games, which I don't remember if I talked about this in Ratchet, so, you know, if you follow me in other stuff, you might have heard me talk about this before, but the new Wolverine game, I was kind of interested in. You know, we got a teaser of it, a small teaser of it, and I'm like, okay, Insomniac's working on it. Just don't make it like fucking Marvel Spider-Man. I don't really care for Marvel Spider-Man. I think it's kind of old and boring. I liked it when I first played it, and then after a while I was like, okay, this is just, it's the same Western type game shit again. And yeah, so I was like, okay, maybe they might make a decent Wolverine game. And well, now apparently they're just making it God of War 4. Like just straight up like God of War, like Neo God of War shit. And I'm like, okay. Like, to be fair, Wolverine, you know, the 2009 version of it, X-Men Origins, was a God of War clone, and now we're getting a Neo God of War clone for Wolverine, which is kind of funny, but it just kind of pains me a little bit, man. I was looking forward to having a decent Insomniac Wolverine game, and judging by the gameplay leaks, I don't think that's going to be for me. I don't care. I don't think it looks that good. And if you like God of War 4 and Ragnarok, of course, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that you're shit. But in my opinion, I think those games are quite generic for the gameplay setup. Ragnarok did a pretty decent job at least expanding it a bit more in terms of like enemy variety and I guess you could say weapons, but I just don't really care for that type of hack and slash games, man. And hack and slash is like my favorite genre. And they're just a dying art. Well, I'd say it's less so a dying art, and more so a case of games are just... Why is this thing on ice? What the fuck? Like, listen to this. That's me flicking the stick. That's how much it moves. So, anyway, I think it's less so dying and more so a different genre of game comes out, and they're going to copy off that genre. The good example, so Devil May Cry, you know, Devil May Cry had a couple games that were kind of, you know, sort of like heavily inspired by them. I wouldn't say God of War is like super heavily inspired, but it was inspired enough to where it's like, it's pretty obvious it took a few things from Devil May Cry's book, right? Like, oh, you get red orbs to upgrade, you get 4 pieces of whatever to upgrade health, upgrade magic, which was Devil Trigger, but, you know, God of War adds magic, and then God of War's Devil Trigger is its rage mode. And then what's funny is, like, God of War became popular. Oh, by the way, Devil May Cry game, Nightmare Before Christmas, that's a good one for that. But God of War eventually became popular. And then we had, like, a Green Lantern game, a Thor game, Ghost Rider, X-Men Origins Wolverine. I mean, there was a good amount of games that were very God of War clone or God of War-like. Map-O-Matic, fuck yeah. That is going to help out big time. Big time. So yeah, God of War clones were a thing. You know, to an extent, Devil May Cry clones too, but I can't think of like too many on the top of my head exactly. But there was a good amount of them. And even then, if you go back further, not even just with hack and slashes, but with a lot of things too. When you go back, like Tomb Raider, you know, they had a few things that were kind of like it. Wolfenstein, obviously jumping into Doom, mainly Doom, which we always call Doom clones, more so than Wolfenstein clones, which you know, even Wolfenstein I don't think was technically the first-person shooter. There was like a little bit of a thing before that, which I think was like, what, the Catalyst or whatever it's called, which I believe was also made by id back then, I think. So anyway, you know, you have your clones in every situation, but now it went from, for hack and slash wise, it went from, you know, I don't know exactly what, like, the first-ish. Well, back then it was beat 'em ups, like 2D. Like, of course, it's kind of hard to not copy off those. I'm mainly talking about like 3D games here. I feel like PS1 didn't really have a lot that kind of copied off each other too much. You got like Nightmare Creatures, you got Medieval. Those are quite different. Legacy of Kain, I think it was PS1? Might have been PS2, I don't know.
Everyone's acting like Nefarious has already won.
Maybe he has. If we don't find those bio-obliterators soon, we're all...
Yeah, that's what they honestly, that's what they usually do.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Wait a second. Before the Star Cruiser blew up, didn't Quark say he was trying to find something?
Yeah. It's a long shot, but I guess it's...
Oh, we're going to Quark's home planet, aren't we?
Down on planet Zeldrin. We'll go check out the crash site. Maybe we can find what Quark was looking for.
Maybe. Or no, wait. Oh, we're gonna go back. Oh, yeah, we're gonna go back there then, huh? But yeah, so anyway, just jumping ahead here, like, we had like your Devil May Cry's, then we had your God of Wars. And then Demon's Souls comes out, and then like nobody fucking plays it. If I had to go back to that other planet, I'd do that other side of that mission too, actually. Maybe, unless we're going back there right now. No, we're going to the crash site itself. Oh. Oh, is this the hard planet? Oh, please don't be the hard planet. I don't remember exactly which one it was. But anyway, so jump ahead. Dark Souls comes out. Everybody knows it. Oh, it is the hard planet. Oh, fuck me. So, Dark Souls comes out, now everything has to be Dark Souls. And Stellar Blade, you know, I was looking forward to it. And then they just had to do the Dark Souls thing. And I'm like, God, fuck, damn it. I'm tired of this shit, man. Like, the main thing that gave it away was, like, the lock-on system. But it's like, well, Devil May Cry had lock-on system, you know, and all that shit. Oh, yeah, another God of War clone was Darksiders. Yeah, this is what I mean by hard level. Like, it's fucking dumb. These guys I have good armor, but holy shit, they take forever to kill. And I'm not looking forward to this whatsoever, but we're getting close to the end game anyway. So, with that being said, oh yeah, I think there's like a skill point for killing pterodactyls. Yeah, I don't hate Souls, I just hate how we keep getting so many of them. Can we get at least a different type of hack and slash again, please? But yeah, it's not the lock-on system that gives it away. It's like when you lock on enemies and the way you move in like a specific way or I don't know. You know a Souls game when you see one. But anyway, that'll be it for this. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more Ratchet & Clank 3. And as always, take care, everybody.